welcome to Rophnom's Game Tours. I am your host, Rophnom, and it is Friday, so that means that we are back once again to play 3 of the lowest rated free games on Steam. Now, it's taking me longer and longer to find these games. As you can tell, it's dark outside already, and normally I record during the day, but every time that I've found a game that at least initially looking at it, and I go in to try playing it and record it, it turns out to be something that is a online only or a mobile type game, and so I'm having a harder time finding good games to play for this specific video. So this video will probably be posted later than the other 2 videos on a fairly regular basis for that specific reason. I'm having to skip a lot. I think I went through 12 games before I finally found 3. I think I had 12 different games that I decided I wasn't going to use because they didn't meet the criteria of this channel. Free, which all the games are free, so I don't have to worry about that. But I have to have a single player mode. So no PvP only, no massive multiplayer online games, none of that stuff. They can't be a mobile type game. None of that kind of stuff. And it's becoming more and more of a challenge to find games like that that are on the low end of the rating spectrum. But I have now found our 3 that we are going to be playing. And the first one that we're going to be doing is a game called Charlotte. There was no title screen, it just started right up, and I have no idea what I am doing at the moment. It would help if I brought the game up for you to actually see. I took 2 steps forward and clicked on this card here on the left-hand side. That's all I've done so far. I am really getting glad not to marry. I should rage as I do now at confinement and steady work. If I let that business alone and go in my own way, when I gain in individual strength and development of personal power of character, myself as self, not merely as a woman or that useful animal, a wife and mother. Well, I think makeup, and more than makeup, in usefulness and effect for the other happiness that part of me would so enjoy. Not quite sure what exactly that whole paragraph was worded weird. I think what they're trying to say is that they're trying to the woman is trying to prove that she is more than just an animal to take care of the house and be the wife, be the mother. That she's more than that, I think. It was worded a little weird, but no. A book, Tales of Mystery, Mary Cecilia Rogers. Okay. Charlotte, Sopine has accepted your sketches. Soapin. I guess that's an... Oh, there it is. E. Oh, that's cool. It's actually a neat little drawing. Okay. Providence, Rhode Island, November 4th, 1879. Miss Charlotte A. Perkins, a member of the advanced class of the Rhode Island School of Design, is thoroughly well able to give instruction in elementary drawing to children, or to teach any person who wishes to learn to draw. Charles A. Baronnet, Headmaster, Rhode Island School of Design. Oh, okay. If I Were a Man, Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Okay, that's a very long book. I'm not going to read that whole thing. That's the character she drew. I've dropped the heart business, and once and for all, it never was as strong as my head, and the sooner I squelch it altogether, the more firmly I shall progress. Man, there's like everything you click on has something to read or do. What about my feelings? I'll come if these things end up being important to the game. I'll come back and reread them. I wish to be the sort of woman, handsome, self-poised, well-read, keen-sighted, refreshing, whom men will delight to talk with. And so I will take the broad road of individuality apart from sex. I have decided that I am not domestic and I don't want to be a mother. Okay. Oh, these blasted locks. John denies it, but I am sure he is responsible. I suppose it serves as some protection against, well, I dare not think about it, but why won't they tell me how it works? The system makes no sense to me. I suppose they wish me to stay safe in my library. Well, what is one to do? Push the button on the wall and open the door. More sketches. More sketches. Looks like her sketches are turned into postcards. Martha's manifold little dearness will make up for husband and children and all that I shall miss. Okay. Can you please stop wandering around? It isn't good. I thought I asked you to throw Charlotte's things away. So much clutter. It's as if she is still here. She's not. Well, really, I can't very well throw them out. They belong to the owner, after all. I do put them away as you asked, but someone keeps replacing them. Somebody's whispering. I think I'm talking to somebody, and he's in the study, but you must go to your room and rest. You mustn't exhaust yourself, dear Jane. So, Jane is my name, apparently. I want to be able to move around this house freely. Why are the doors locked? For our own good. If I had less opposition from you and John and more society and stimulus, I'm sure my condition would improve. John is a physician of high standing and your husband, and he has assured us that there is really nothing the matter with you but temporary nervous depression, a slight hysterical tendency. You must follow his instructions and get well. Goodbye. Remember that the doctor said you were to live as domestic a life as possible. She's just like a ghost. Oh. That's weird. This door will never open for you. Haven't you learned the rules yet? No. Oh. I caught Jenny the other day. She didn't know I was in the room, and when I asked her in a very quiet voice, with the most restrained manner possible, what she was doing with the paper, she turned around as if she had been caught stealing and looked quite angry. Asked me why I should frighten her so. Did not that sound innocent? But I know she was studying that pattern, and I am determined that nobody shall find it out but myself. Is this her room? Is this the room that she was talking about? I don't think it is. Oh, hello. John says if you don't pick up faster, we shall send you to Weir Mitchell. You don't want that, do you? I thought not. I shall put the journal away then, out of temptation. Have you seen the woman creeping in the garden? She's crawling around my room as well, sometimes at night. Perhaps it is Charlotte? I haven't seen any creeping woman. Women. My dear, you are just covered with yellow smudges. Is that from the wallpaper in your room? What an awful color. Do you know where John and Jenny have put my paper and pens? Oh, you and your writing, always scribbling away, a genteel exercise for a woman to an extent. But you take it too far, Jane. You exhaust yourself. I believe the secret of this house is somehow connected to the wallpaper in my room. Oh, you aren't serious, surely. That ghastly wallpaper should come down, but the only mystery there, I can assure you, is why it was ever put up in the first place. I think it is unreasonable for you to hide my journal, but what is one to do? Remember that the doctor told you to never touch pen, brush, or pencil for as long as you live. Yeah, okay. A certain cure for married ladies, with or without medicine. Would that be poison? Close the door somewhere. Ah. Here we go. There's pictures of naked ladies on the wall. The fact is, I am getting a little afraid of John. He seems very queer sometimes, and even queer as in strange. And even Jenny has an inexplicable look. It strikes me occasionally, just as a scientific hypothesis, that perhaps it is the paper. I have watched John when he did not know I was looking and come into the room suddenly in the most innocent excuses, and I've caught him several times looking at the paper. And Jenny, too. I caught Jenny with her hand on it once. What's wrong with the paper? Viwashi. I wonder if these are like real 19th century pictures and whatnot. Oh, awesome. What? Wait a second. There was another button in it. There it is. It's behind the door. Okay, that opened the door somewhere. I don't remember the clock ticking before. This is kind of creepy. Things are doing things I don't remember them doing before. She showed signs of hysteria. Oh, how the dear girl needs marriage, even as I do. Okay. Whoa. Hey. What? Why? 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 What? Hey. What was that? Every secret of a writer's soul, every experience of his life, every quality of his mind is written large in his works. What was that? I don't want to. Oh, oh! Hello, lady. Hi. Okay, I am freaked out right now. This is much creepier than I was expecting it to be. Much creepier. Oh, Jesus! God, John! God! Where's the little girl? You shouldn't be walking about. You'll get cold. I don't weigh a bit more, nor as much, and my appetite may be better in the evening when you are here, but it is worse in the morning when you are away. Please, I wish you would take me away. My darling, our lease will be up in 3 weeks, and I can't see how to leave before. The repairs are not done at home, and I cannot possibly leave town just now. Of course, if you were in any danger, I could and would, but you really are better, dear, whether you can see it or not. I am a doctor, dear, and I know. You are gaining flesh and color. Your appetite is better. I feel really much easier about you. John, there's something wrong here. Sometimes I see the strangest things behind the pattern of the paper. My darling, it isn't real. I beg of you, for my sake and for our child's sake, as well as for your own, that you will stop these notions from entering your mind. There is nothing so dangerous and so fascinating to a temperament like yours. It is a false and foolish fancy. Can you not trust me as a physician when I tell you so? I disagree with your ideas. I believe that congenial work with excitement and change would do me good. That's out of the question. You wouldn't be able to stand it. You are my darling and my comfort and all I have. You must take care of yourself for my sake and keep well. No one but you can help you out of it. You must use your will and self-control and not let any silly fancies run away with you. Remember that the doctor advised you to lie down for an hour after each meal. Well, the door kind of just closed, so how am I supposed to go by now? Okay, these doors keep opening and closing by themselves now. I don't like it. This wallpaper has a kind of sub-pattern in a different shade, a particularly irritating one, for you can only see it in certain lights and not clearly then. But in the places where it isn't faded and where the sun is just so, I can see a strange, provoking, formless sort of figure that seems to skulk about behind that silly and conspicuous front design. You must hurry, only 1 more week left. Was that there before? Oh, Jesus. There is no going back from here, are you sure? No. Please stand by. So, loading the screen. That's kind of anticlimactic. Oh, I'm in my room. God, this is creepy. Dear Martha, I have grown wildly, darkly, strangely beyond a mother's recognition, beyond my own. The girl you knew, the woman you loved, died some years past. The distance. Why am I able to move? That was weird. This bed won't move. It's nailed down to the floor. Now, why would someone do that? Is that wine or blood? Petition for divorce from Charles Walter Stetson, who hath ever since on his part demeaned himself as a faithful husband and performed all the obligations of the marriage covenant, but that I wasn't done reading that the said Charlotte Perkins Stetson what? Oh, what? Holy crap. Yeah. Can I finish reading this now? Stetson had violated the same in this willful desertion. Okay, That chair looked like it was moving. I do not like this. This is freaking me out so bad right now. Oh, woman in the wall. We must get to work now. We are leaving tomorrow. Whew, I got the chills. Are you Charlotte? I'm sorry I haven't finished ripping off the paper. You can call me that if you like. You've done a fine job. I was able to get out, and they won't be able to keep us there if we don't want. Now we need a safe place to rest. I know we are running out of time. They will come to take me away soon. What am I to do? The powers that be don't give us much room to maneuver in, but I think I found a way. I've opened a door for us. Go into the passage. You'll be safe there. What about John and Jenny? They will try to stop us. Don't worry. You threw away the key, so it will take them some time to get in. I will find the opening. I'll meet you in the passage. Here. I'm moving really slow now. It is so pleasant to be able to creep around as I please. I do have to get back behind the pattern at night, and that is hard. But here I can creep smoothly on the floor, and my shoulder just fits in that long smooch around the wall, so I cannot lose my way. I don't want to go outside. I won't, even if Jenny asks me to. Why, there's John at the door. It is no use, young man. You can't open it. I threw the key away where you'll never find it. Oh no, I don't want to creep outside. I like it here, where everything is yellow and I cannot lose my way. I said it's no use, young man. Go away! How he does call and pound, and now he's crying for an axe. It would be a shame to break down that beautiful door. Can I run? Okay. You see, they can't reach us here. Isn't it pleasant? You were right, Charlotte. We got out in spite of them, and we can get out whenever we want now that we've ripped the paper. Wow. Okay, that was the end of that. That was Charlotte, and that scared the crap out of me. That was good. I like that. That was really good. Oh man, I haven't been that creeped out in a game in a long time. Freaked me out. I heard something over there, and when I looked over there, it was just my kid, but she's got her jacket on with a hood up, so it was like this dark figure standing over there. Anyways, that was Charlotte. This may turn into a 3 scary games kind of thing, because the next one I got is supposed to be a horror game as well. But let's give it a go. Alright, this next game that we're going to play is called School Grounds. See, School Grounds. Using the flashlight drains battery, press control to crouch. So, my understanding of this game is that we're investigating an abandoned school. Tab to open inventory, and you have a flashlight and it has limited battery life, and you've got to go around and find things, collect things, and solve puzzles and stuff like that. So it's a little like, as far as like the flashlight goes, like Five Nights at Freddy's kind of thing.
Well, it shouldn't be a big deal. Just trespassing all the state speed, which I guess is trespassing the state park property too, huh? Nah, I'll just get beefcakes nowadays. If you would care to check around the back, I'm already looking inside the building. Appreciate it. Be careful.
Pressing the wrong button. Oh. Anything special about this? I didn't know I could examine it. Okay. We'll take that. And is this just a bottle of water? 0.5 water. Yes, it's just water. Okay. And we'll take that. Okay, so I have battery life, or I have some batteries. Apparently somebody is trespassing in the school grounds, and can I hang you up? Because you're loud and annoying. Go away. Don't like it. And I have to find them. I don't. It's so dark. Oh man, I hate dark things. Oh, it has a zoom feature. Okay, the light pole fell over. It is so dark. That one's bent. That one's just not on. Found a fence. Okay. And the wind is creepy in this game too. I saw some light flickering in here. How do I get in here? Hello? Hey! It's the police! Open up! Hello? Fine. I thought I heard somebody breathing. Oh man, this is creepy. Hello? Anybody home? I don't know what I'm doing. There it is again. I heard breathing. That pole just freaked me out. There we go. The door is jammed. Okay. Don't like this. It's light pole. It's freaky as hell. Another light pole. Why are all these light poles damaged and down? Oh, Jesus! Oh, man. I think that was a deer. Holy crap, that scared me. Oh. Uh-oh. Combine. My flashlight ran out of battery. I haven't even made it inside yet, my flash. I've already used one of my batteries. I don't like this. Hello? Oh, Jesus. It's a...
Hey, I'm seeing people darting in these classrooms, but it's too dark in this place to get around. And I think there's a circuit breaker in the gym. Here, you can turn that on while I keep looking around. Just keep your head on straight. Something definitely seems off about this place.
Really? There's a mannequin standing by a fence. Oh! No. No, we're not in a Doctor Who episode. No. Yeah, in the new versions of Doctor Who, the first, with the Ninth Doctor, the first episode, he's fighting plastic men, basically mannequins. And they come to life and they try to kill him and everybody else in the show. And yeah, and I don't like the idea of us fighting mannequins. I'm assuming this is the gym. How do I get in? Okay, you weren't open before. Oh! God, freaking mannequins! Doors jammed. Stairs. Oh! What the hell is that? Running. Get away from me! What are you? I'm gonna give myself a heart attack here. Okay, so this is the gym. I don't... Ouch! I fell. Yeah, so, that mannequin attacked me. I don't know why or what the heck is going on, but yeah. I'm supposed to be finding a circuit breaker. You freaking after me again? Well, it doesn't seem to be hurting me, so I don't think it is. Is it hurting me? I don't know. I can't tell. But my batteries are basically gone. Yeah, he's not hurting me at all. There's two of them. Okay. Circuit breaker. You know, I don't know what just happened. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what just happened, but my flashlight was basically dead, and something just killed me out of the blue. And those mannequins chased me around. I don't like this game. um, yeah. So we're done with that one. I hate mannequins, especially when they're used in a horror setting. um, I don't know what the heck I was supposed to be doing there. Um, Charlotte was fun in the sense of I got to wander around and get scared by. It was there were a few jump scare kind of things, but the ambiance and the intensity of the game was what really made it freaky. What really made it scary. School Grounds had the same thing, but then it had the mannequins that they were randomly placing in places and using the advantage of mannequins are creepy to begin with, and then because they look almost like humans, especially when it's dark, and you just kind of see them. They freak you out like that. The problem was I don't know what I was supposed to be doing. Like I couldn't interact with much of anything, and then the mannequins came to life and started chasing me around, and I don't know what I was supposed to be doing against them in that situation because I didn't have anything that I could use to attack them or defend myself against them, and I was actually sprinting at one point, and as soon as I turned around, it was still right on me, so it moves faster than me as well. So I don't know if that's what killed me. Then obviously there's got to be some way to defend myself against them. But we wandered around outside for quite a while and didn't find a thing. So yeah, I don't understand that game at all. But anyways, we're going to move on to our third and final game. Take a deep breath in. Now let it out slowly. Breathe. Is the name of our next game. We're playing a game called Breathe. What? I'm giving up already. I was just starting. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello. There's a skeleton. Well, that is weird. Okay. Birds. Oh, that's a shark. You know what? Let's go visit Mr. Sharky. Hello? Hello? Okay. Goodbye. I thought Mr. Sharky was going to try to eat. Whoa, what? Wow, I started moving real fast all of a sudden. Oh, a chest. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I don't know what that was for. But I found the skull. Climb the sand dune. Check under the trees. It's dark. Ah, here's another chest. Open. Another skull. Alrighty then, we are collecting skulls. Don't know what for, but we're doing it. How's that? No. Oh. Okay, so I need 2 more. So the water's getting dark, but the sky is not. Another chest here. There's one. I'm actually going to go ahead and end this game here because I've been sitting here waiting for there to be some indication of light coming in any way, shape, or form, and not getting any indication at all. And it's pitch black. You can't see a thing. You look up, you can see stars, you can see like the Milky Way, you can see the moon reflected on the water, but you can't see the moon in the sky. So it's like there's a full moon, but there's no moon, and there's no light given off by the moon, which would be helpful. I think it'd be cool because then you could change the lighting to where it's kind of like a blue moonlight, because it's shallow water. It's not like it's super deep, so you could do that like moon pools kind of thing. But they didn't have anything like that, and it was just dark, and couldn't see a thing, and there was no indication of time passing, anything like that. So I had one chest left to get, and it was so dark I couldn't see where I was going. I couldn't tell if I was going further out to sea. I couldn't tell if I was going inland. You could see the land to an extent once you got close enough to it, but it was too dark to see or do anything at that point in the game. But it was taking forever for this. It didn't take very long for the sun to go down. It took forever for there to be any indication of light coming up, and there never was. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and call that one there. That one was Breathe. So those are our 3 games. Charlotte, I enjoyed myself. It was a very spooky... the ambience in the game was very intense, very scary, and I got a pretty good scare out of it. And then School Grounds was creepy as well. Until they brought the mannequins in that could move around. It was just weird. And then I died inexplicably. I have no idea how or why. I just died. And then Breathe. Like I said, you get to a certain point, it's too dark for you to see anything. I wanted to finish it, but it was too dark, and I didn't have a flashlight or anything like that I could use to light my way. But I hope you enjoyed these games. These were the 3 lowest rated games on Steam. Charlotte, I could understand why it was low rated, because there was a ton of reading you had to do, not a lot of actual gameplay, but it was creepy, and things popped out at you like they all looked like ghosts. Like every one of them looked like a ghost. And then you had that one that moved along the wall, and when it got dark, that was creepy. But yeah, Charlotte was good. School Grounds was okay, and Breathe was. When I stopped the game to exit out, I noticed in the bottom that it said that it was a sample to. It was made in the 32-hour jam for a game jam that they were going to be doing. So it was like, that was the setting where a few developers were going to get together and try to make a game in a very short period of time using that particular layout. And they were just using that as a demo of the layout of it, and that was it. So it wasn't really a game per se. It was and it wasn't, because they did have an objective for you to do, but it wasn't really a game per se. And honestly, Charlotte wasn't really a game per se either, because like there was a bunch of stuff that was there for you to click on and read, and it was just a lot of reading. A lot of it didn't really seem like it had anything to do with the story, but you learn a little bit about the characters by reading some of the notes and stuff like that. But like you could read books, you could read postcards, all kinds of stuff, and a lot of it didn't really have much to do with what was actually going on in the story, at least not that I noticed. But yeah, those were our 3 games. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you had fun. And we will be doing... I am working on another video right now. I'm trying to edit it. It's another long one. so it's just taking me some time to edit it. We will, if I don't get a video posted this weekend, I will definitely be back on Monday, as always, for our 3 new games on Monday. But until then, keep your head up, keep moving forward. And this is Rophnom. Wait, hold on. I didn't give you my random thought of the day. I almost forgot again. Let's see. You know, when you gotta come up with a random thought of the day, or when you gotta come up with something to say on the spot, and you're trying to figure out something like that to say, just a random thought, it's really hard to do. Why is it that when you need to think of something, or you need to do something, I don't know, when you need to think of something, you can never think of it. Answering a question, like somebody's name, something like that, you just can't bring it to the forefront. You know who the person is, you know the answer to the question, but you just can't bring it to the forefront. Why do our brains do that sometimes? And other times, when people ask you a question, you can answer it right off the bat. But then sometimes, no matter how hard you try to bring that answer to the forefront of your brain, you just cannot get it out. You just can't find it in there. I'm really curious of why that is. That's my random thought of the day. So once again, keep your head up, keep moving forward. This is Rophnom, signing off.